حابب أعرفكم عن نفسي. أنا رامي El Sabeh. I'm from Beirut, Lebanon, and Silverline is a company that is being formed in UAE as a technological company, and this is what we're going to introduce of what type of technologies that we already know about and how we're going to go forward. So we're going to go for a quick agenda. Okay. So we're going to talk a bit about Silverline and the partners of Silverline, and what is our technological background that is going on, what is the future of blockchain, and how we see the future of blockchain specifically in this region, the EMEA, and then we're going to talk about the economics and the digital evolution, how it's going into, and what's our vision and what's the government's visions that needs to take into forward in order to see how we can move forward with some type of solutions. This is Silverline's team. So we are made of different partners that we connected by the same vision and the same parts. Each person is connected by, from the technology side to the development side to the economics and business side. And that's how we reached to a point that we are currently, I work with Midas Group. It's one of the largest technology partners in this region. So this Midas Group is actually having over 4,000, almost 5,000 employees in this region and around EMEA, Africa, and EU. Okay, they're the largest players of technology partners that provide services in this region. They have more than 70 technology partners in this locations and about $6 billion revenue. So. This type of business in technology is already immersing specifically in the EMEA region. Why? Middle East has been always thought of as a place of economic chaos, but we can see that there's specifically from UAE, from all of the type of these regions, they are playing a very big game in technology. They are reaching the biggest standards that we see in UAE here. The environment for digitization of services and the environment of going to the digital market, it is already being built up. It is ready for that. And now it is changing the world's vision of how they see this location. And we can see true companies and true industries that are rising, specifically like Midas Group. And I've worked in projects in these locations and implementing softwares, integrating systems, and all of this is being taken into this area, and it's going to be one of the most emerging locations in the technology business. And when we talk about blockchain specifically, we have to get back and understand that blockchain is a technology. It's simply a technology. We have to forget about everything else, go back to the lowest level of this technology. It's a network where data transacts from one person to another, from business to business. So it's a technology that takes care of the data. So when we're talking about blockchain, as every part's in the field here, we have talked to many partners. We have been in this location, specifically talking to BSV and Bitcoin Association, and these industry is actually the association of Bitcoin is actually putting the right standards for such type of technology to scale and actually manage this whole entire industry of technology. And it's going to start putting the main ramps of the technology, and then applications are going to start being built over it. So what type of applications is being built over it? It is still an emerging market. It is not reached yet the high end of it, but it will start now. As you see, multiple partners are in here that are developing applications, and they are giving the best out of the BSV because it gives them scalability. It is not owned by an entity, so they can write on a ledger that they can trust. And also it is compliant, so governments and places, they can put their regulations on it. There's for sure we're going to talk about the scalability, and definitely it's because the microtransaction creates a system, a technology that actually can hold data and being utilized by multiple entities. So we talked about technology. The people around here will explain about actually the Bitcoin or the blockchain technology, how it works, but we need to think about another part of it, which is about the digital economy evolution. So as I said before, the Middle East have not seen a really stable location, but we can see UAE is a living example of like a society that has a huge economic and commerce value. This region is very blessed with a very high human and natural resources, from people to resources around. And blockchain is actually going to maximize this evolution of the next era of applications and technology to a different level, where we can see as actually UAE becoming the hub for the new technologies in order to distribute it around the world. So this is a small section where the GDP actually economically can start growing. We can see multiple industries and multiple into financial services. We have the public sector, we have the communication, we have the business sector, all of it playing a very big role inside the technology of the blockchain, and it's going to lead it in 20 to 50 years ahead, is just to go forward. Okay, so what is our vision? So we see here there's a totally digital economic and social transformation of things, how it's going. So I have put a small part of it, like if we combine the technology itself, and then we combine the blockchain, and then we combine the economics. So we can see very benefits of it. So when we connect economics and blockchain, you have a governance model for a specific system. And when you connect the technology and the blockchain itself, you can create scalable solutions. And then when you connect the technology and the economics itself, it is actually the one that is driving the digital economy. So once you figure all of these three out and you connect them together, this is what our vision is, actually to combine these and create solutions that people can take from different vendors, from different providers in this region, and make sure that they are able to implement it in the same structured way where business and solutions are creating such companies. So we have incorporated a company, Silverline, since 2021, and we have been connecting with the whole ecosystem of BSV. We have been studying the whole blockchain side of it, and we are continuing to go forward. And Silverline is simply a technology-driven it's a technology-driven that is looking about simply how data transaction goes and how economies can benefit from this small cost of verification and lead projects ahead. Okay, so I'm talking about simply how can a government take forward such a project. So there's a roadmap for every type of project that needs to go to. Simply, the first one is we are building an ecosystem of partners. This ecosystem of partners will connect with all the providers and vendors and type of solution that they are creating, and then we put them into a studying case. Is what is their technology, what they are targeting, are they targeting selling some stuff, or are they targeting actually doing some changes inside the data and transformation for a simple industry? And then we go forward to the second phase, where we take, and after we understand their businesses, we go to the market, and this is where things we can provide them is we can give them the education of what is the technology that they need, what does blockchain they can get benefits in order to reach forward afterward to something called the creative solutions. And this creative solutions, the industry itself, if it's a public sector or if it's a private sector, both of them, they can grow it into managing it together with our resources of expertise from the blockchain side. We have also one of our partners, Jad, who is director of engineering to blockchain. They can also understand what needs to be, how the solution can scale in the market. And we have the players and the partners within the community here, within the BSV community, in order to make sure that their solutions are the right solutions and the market is ready for it to take it on forward to the next step.